Sahaja Yoga, a unique discovery and gift to mankind.
Hello and namaste and good morning. Welcome all of you today on this special occasion of International Yoga Day that is celebrated all over the world on 21st of June. On this special occasion, first of all, my sincere pranams and gratitude to Her Holiness Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, who has been kind enough to give Sahaja Yoga to humanity for benefit of mankind. I consider her as one of the greatest spiritual scientists which the world has ever seen. And she has been a legendary spiritual leader whose work has spanned across more than 157 countries. And this length and breadth of work has hardly any comparison. I am a doctor of modern medicine. I am a consultant physician at Apollo Sugar Clinic in Navi Mumbai. I am also the professor and unit head, Department of Internal Medicine at the MGM Institute of Health Sciences, which is attached to a 1,000-bedded tertiary care hospital in Navi Mumbai. Why I tell you all this is because I want everyone to know that I am a doctor of modern medicine. But then how I came to be involved with Sahaja Yoga in the last 20-25 years, I am practicing Sahaja Yoga and I am trying to tell common people and my patients to practice yoga and meditation, especially Sahaja Yoga and meditation for health benefits. In Professor Rai's lab, the first studies that were done were on stress. Now, stress is such a thing that it interests every doctor because we know, and the American Medical Association, the AMA, says that 80 to 85% of all diseases which mankind suffers is stress related directly or indirectly. You will be surprised to know that billions of doses of tranquilizers are prescribed each day all over the world to manage stress. Stress is 6 times more predictive of heart disease than chronic smoking or high cholesterol. And a lot of suicides in the world today are due to stress. And so in Professor Rai's lab, they wanted to see about stress. And so the first studies were done on patients who were coming to the medical OPD. And they took these patients and 12 or 16 weeks they were taught Sahaja Yoga meditation and changes in heart rate, blood pressure, their respiratory rate, their skin galvanic resistance, all were done. Now all these are measures of stress. Skin galvanic resistance measures the dryness of palms, means when you are stressed your palms are sweating. But so the skin galvanic resistance decreases. So when you are de-stressed your palms are dry and your skin galvanic resistance increases. So is your heart rate which goes up. So is your blood pressure which goes up when you are in stress. So is your respiratory rate which goes up. And the pioneering research in Professor Rai's lab at Lady Hardinge Medical College in the late 80s showed a very significant drop in heart rate, blood pressure, respiratory rate, a beneficial effect on the skin galvanic resistance. And this prompted them to do further work. So there was a conclusive evidence that stress is modulated and decreased by practice of Sahaja Yoga meditation. And when I saw those results, I was very amazed. I said, how come a person who comes to a medical OPD is asked to do 20 minutes of meditation or Sahaja Yoga meditation in a physiology department side room, and 16 weeks his BP comes low, his heart rate comes low, his stress molecules decrease. And so many studies, other studies started. After this stress, we wanted to see whether your sympathetic system is okay, but whether the parasympathetic system we can work. And so what happened was that there were studies which we designed at the MGM Institute of Health Sciences, and you will hear Dr. Madhur Rai, who has herself conducted a research on heart rate variability, and they have shown that even that in meditators, when they start meditating, their sympathetic system goes down and parasympathetic system comes up. And when they are compared with normal people who are not meditating and meditating, even at resting conditions, normal conditions, meditators have a low stress level than the non-meditators. So at MGM Institute of Health Sciences, Navi Mumbai, where I work and my wife, Dr. Madhur Rai, is working, we have done 2 or 3 theses on Sahaja Yoga, where postgraduate students in medicine and physiology have taken up this subject and have done a very, very detailed scrutiny. And we have shown that the bad molecules of stress, for just a few examples, like cortisol, a bad molecule of stress, that has decreased in people who do Sahaja Yoga meditation. We have shown that your stress levels decrease. We have shown that heart rate variability increases, so that you get a robust autonomic nervous system to deal with stress. And we have shown that oxidative stress goes down, bad molecules go down, and you get a positive and happy feeling in the brain. Other parts of the world where significant studies have been done are effects of Sahaja Yoga on the brain. So physiological effects I have told you. Physiological effects have been pulse, blood pressure, and bad molecules, and galvanic string resistance. The psychological effects. And then there have been biochemical effects. The biochemical effects have been the decrease in cortisol levels. We have seen decrease in adrenaline breakdown products, decrease in oxidative stress, which I told you we are doing some work at MGM Institute of Health Sciences now. But the psychological effects were most interesting. So first they started to see whether anything happens in the brain, and very, very sophisticated studies on EEG done by Aftanans and Golokoshain in Siberia, in their national health, in their national laboratory of neurology, showed that not only your thought process decreases, in the sense irrelevant thinking decreases, your brain becomes better connected. They have shown this. So you are using more part of your brain. And again they have shown that your happy molecules in the brain increases. There is another study done by Ram Mishra in Canada, Dr. Ram Mishra, very senior scientist of clinical chemistry. He has shown that endorphins, which are the happy molecules, these are endorphins are the chemicals that give you happiness, they are increased in people who practice Sahaja Yoga meditation. And then they wanted to see what happens in a real life stress situation. Now this is what you do EEG studies, electroencephalograms, and you have shown that your brain is better connected, your thought process, irrelevant thoughts, which amount to worrying, which we can in layman terms say worrying, that has decreased. More positive molecules, happy molecules are increased. But if a person who does Sahaja Yoga meditation and a person who doesn't do Sahaja Yoga meditation, if both these people are exposed to a very stressful situation, will this person who's doing Sahaja Yoga fare better? So they did so they performed this experiment, or I'll say study, a medical study, where very interesting. They put these 2 groups of people, Sahaja Yoga meditators and normal people, and they showed them a very, very stressful film. This is called Funny Games. It shows that the terrorists have entered a household, and one by one they are killing the family members in front of the others. That's a very, very disturbing film. This was chosen to create stress, and then they evaluated these both these groups of people, various parameters, how they felt anger, how they felt hatred, how they were scared, how much they were anxiety, how much they were depressed. They found that both groups had a problem to deal with this kind of thing. But the people who were doing Sahaja Yoga meditation could deal with stress better. They fared better in dealing with stress. Although they were anxious, but they were less anxious. Although they had anger, but they were less angry. So all this showed for the first time in real life scenario that people who do Sahaja Yoga meditation can deal with stress better. And again I am telling you that we are studying more and more of stress, because stress is the reason of 80 to 85% of the diseases in this modern world. The hectic lifestyle we are living with, the importance to material acquisitions and in the society, this is leading to a rat race where everyone has some kind of stress. So we could see that, and then we started seeing psychological, how the psychology of a person does. We did a big study in Mumbai, the Sahaja Yoga Center, and we found that about 178 people from different nationalities of the world, they were given 1 week of Sahaja Yoga intensive program, and we saw that their anxieties and depression levels and stress levels all decreased even after 1 week. Not only that, we also saw that the normal out of those people who were normal and they had no psychological problem, their psychological health became more robust. So even if you are normal and you do Sahaja Yoga, your psychological health will become more robust, so that you can deal with stress better in case you are faced with certain situations. So I thank you all for your patient hearing, and I would just request you that if you are already doing Sahaja Yoga, then do it more and try and tell people who don't know about it. And if you are a first time listener, just go to the website of Sahaja Yoga, that is www.freemeditation.com or www.sahajayoga.org.in, and learn Sahaja Yoga. You will know the various centers of Sahaja Yoga all over the world, in your country, in your cities. You can join them. It is free. It is non-cultic. It is every religious person can do, any age person can do. No money has to be spent. It will give you mental peace, good health, and many more benefits. Thank you very much.